Good morning, everyone. Welcome to SAP. So today's session going to be 201 and 2, not 1, 202, on function model topic only. Like quick revision, till now we have completed the introduction, architecture, dictionary, programming basics, then complex data objects like structures and internal tables, under modelization techniques, macros include subroutines power. Now we are into function model topic. So under this function modules also, initially I introduced the basic uh, function builder, function group introduction, then followed by function module introduction. Under function model basic examples, next followed by yes, we have a function module, each tab by tab introduction also. So under function model, so import tab, export tab, pass by reference, pass by value, two demo examples over, changing tab, pass by value and result. So then tables tab, two, three examples. Then yesterday's exceptions also discussed. So almost we have done with the function module like 9 or 10. 10 function modules over. That was our exceptions topic yesterday's, correct? Yes, this was the exceptions. So hope you guys are clear with these concepts, whatever being discussed, because this is your like core subject. You have to be clear in that. Okay, that's why I'm spending time on each tab with this with different examples. Correct? Yes. So okay. So now once we have done with this, we will go to the next topic will be we will discuss because import export changing tables tab is over exceptions completed yesterday. We'll discuss on source code tab. What exactly it is. Okay, because remaining pending miscellaneous topics we'll try to cover today. Overall theory or any kind of small quick demos also. Because this is very, very important. We have to have complete in and out knowledge. Yes. So first of all, source code tab. Okay. Source code tab is used to maintain the main logic of function module. That is yes, function module main functionality implemented using source code because so system automatically generates automatically generates function and the end function statement. End function statement, right? So all of our logic, statements must be logic must be between function and end function. Must be written between function and because after end function, general statement is right. Suppose so that is the reason when we create a function module in the source code tab, what happens? System automatically creates this. So right. For example, we will check. So it begins with function, it ends with end function, right? Something like that. Right ABC. So this is causing immediately error. Statement is not accessible. So after end function, no statement is not allowed. So but then even function before. Okay. Function before also the same case. Statement is not accessible. So if you write inside function, the same statement you write inside function, then it's okay. Statement is okay. Right? Then next, if you want to implement this logic, like you can write one perform also here. Uh, like suppose perform main logic. I'm just writing like that. Okay. Yes. So double click on that. Double click on main logic. Implement just like a perform in subroutine. Subroutine does not exist. You want to create the object. Yes, it will create a template as form and form. Save before function. Yes, where you want to create it. You want to create it in the top include or F01 separate include or else your T99. T99 is that is text module, text elements related global support we will create. Now we are going to create a new separate main logic. So we can move, yes, we can cut this, we can keep it the logic in this way also. This is the way we can modularize the code. Okay. But time being because to then I'll keep at both but only to because they are disturbing the existing working program. So we'll keep it as a comment so that no one. So now, right, you have to activate function group everything. Correct? So now it is saying that function group N1 is unknown. So because all these things is not there in the top include, that's why it is giving this type of errors. But okay, I leave it. I will just because I want to tell you that after function and function, we can keep this here subroutine is accepted. So subroutine 1 and subroutine 2 also accepted. Okay, so this is what sometimes we come across this. So here you can keep perform test, perform test one, both. Yes, that is. So here, because we can, this is as it is test subroutine. So test subroutine one. No. So the statement is not accessible because it should be between inside of the test, correct? As we know basics clearly. So this way we will go here, we will comment this logic also because it is there is a concept of global declaration, that's why it is giving error. No problem. So activate all, now it gets activated because commented lines ignored. So this way if we go and test values 20 and 30, yes, it is giving 50, not only 50, it is giving test 1 and test 2 statements also. Because that is as per sequence, it is executing this statement followed by these two statements also. Because you can debug it, this particular case. So 20 and 30 or 300, no problem. Debugging. So N1 is non-zero, even N2 is non-zero. So RES is calculated as 500. After that, it calls the test subroutine. So test, it is going to, yes, it is going to test subroutine 1, yes, and perform again, yes, it is going to be this end function and out because that is the last step. Okay, so within the source code, what is possible? First of all, function, end function between only we will write it. After that, you can write this. So let's first of all function builder automatically generates what? Generates the local interface in commented form. That is, if you declare something in import tab, it will write automatically. Whatever, whether it is optional, it will write optional. If you write default value, it will write. If you check pass by value, then it will change it to pass by value. Immediate effect here. Same way, export also, all export declarations, it will write changing declaration, tables declaration. Even the exceptions are also. Everything it will write in the comment. There is function builder is responsible for this particular activity. Why? What is the requirement? What is the need of this is because this interface differs from function module to function module. This interface is optional. In my first demonstration without interface also, we discussed this particular function module concept, right? But if you, in order to perform operations, any kind of operations, we have to make use of these tabs. Because here, in case of subroutine, we will use using, changing, and directly we will give the this. But here it is tab by tab. Separate tabs are provided to maintain the import export changing tables exceptions parameters. Correct? So, what is the use of this? Because today there are two, three import parameters you remember and you can develop the code. But there may be 20 import parameter, 20 export parameter. This way, too many tables and all, we cannot remember it. Every time we have to switch to this tab and again come and implement. Every time we have to switch to next tab, next tab. So rather than switching, it is a time waste sometimes. So that is why this is useful to the, it is helpful to the ABAPer while developing the main logic with the help of this, with the help of this local interface, with the help of this local interface, right? So local interface is to user, useful to user, like for which purpose? While developing the logic, developing the logic with the help of interface. That is logic you can build based on this interface, right? Can build based on this interface. That's what. Okay. So that is first statement. Next. So by looking at above, below, even copy, paste and all, you can make use of it. Finally, you will come to know which variables we are using, which are not using and all also we can use it. Next. Okay. Here within function and function, we can declare local like kind of variables. It's not only variables, data objects. That means local variables, local structures, and as well as what next? Like internal tables, right? Because these three are we considered as a data objects in ABAP. So what is the meaning of that? Local variables is LV underscore or L underscore, local structures LS underscore, local internal table LT underscore or LIT underscore, sometimes LWA underscore. This way we can declare the local variables. Scope of local data objects is local only. Local only. That means it is valid within function module only. It is valid within function module. That's about your basic. Okay. Yes. And moreover, each function module inside you can declare whatever we want it. Whatever we want, because that means based on our requirement, we can go for local declarations. Okay. Yes. And more, very important, local declarations, even you can write types also and all. Local declarations are valid within the source code. That is, local declarations are not allowed to use it in import, export, changing tables and exceptions. This is very, very important because there is a suppose N2 is the data, okay, something like N3 type I. Just I am giving one example. N3 is a local variable, correct? Go to import tab. Here I want to write N4 like N3 is wrong. Yes, this is wrong. System says that N3 is unknown. So like is as typing for parameters are obsolete. Okay, so that's okay. No problem. You can use like also. Yes, this is N3 is unknown because where is N3? N3 is declared within the source code. That is because at this operand position you can declare either predefined type or dictionary types only. No, okay. We cannot make use of either even types also. If you declare it types, you cannot use it in any one of the tab. Okay, clear? This you have to remember it. Immediately it gives error. Yes, doesn't allow you to proceed further. Right. Now we will go to yes. So all import, okay, source code declarations. Source code declarations are not allowed. Source code declarations are not allowed to use in import or export, import or export or changing next tables or exceptions. Okay, yes. These are all about your overall. Then go to, so wait 1 second, I'll remove this. Next, okay, we have to go for yes, we can build the logic up to n number of lines you want to write it. You can write. This is like your yes, a source code editor is a kind of ABAP editor only. Now that is whatever ABAP editor rules we discussed. Same rules applicable for this also. You can write statement, message statement. Okay. Generally, we don't write skip uline statements because we are not pointing to the list screen. Okay. So maximum things are allowed here, but generally parameters and all we don't declare in between because that is taking you to okay. Yes, if I declare it parameters, let us check. Okay, so this is yes parameters for parameters is allowed only in program type 1. Okay, you cannot use it in other programs. This is what they are saying. Program 1 or program I you can use it, include, but here you cannot. So the purpose is totally different. Yes. So even how to debug this code also, I explained how to write the code and all right. Suppose we have a function. Function, this is your function, right? If I go to can I write function 11 and end function. Now here it is says that function is not found. So function is not found. Suppose if I take this one 09, can I write it here? Function G9, not 09, 9. So that is, so here it is. That means after function, after end function, what is that? Like another function module or another subroutine definition is accepted. Okay, still error. Huh? This is your function exists. This is already there. So somewhere rarely we come up. I found this type of scenarios. I will show you. Okay, subroutines definitely accepted after end function. No doubt about it. So that's why we will conclude this. Okay. So source code can be modularized using subroutines. Subroutines. So end function, after end function, we can place okay subroutine definitions one after another. That support your overall concepts. Okay, done. We will come back. We will be back to the source code later because here you are allowed to insert. Okay, pattern can be used. Pretty printer can be used. So pattern is used for several purposes. You can pattern is all about insert statement. You can insert select statement, message statement, object oriented patterns. Okay, other patterns and all declarations and all. So you can use Pretty printer for alignment purpose. Even you can maintain documentation also. We can insert additional statements using pattern, and we can maintain okay indentation or capitalization using Pretty printer. Okay, Pretty printer is alignment purpose, it will be used. So as if you are getting the feeling as a normal, like okay. So now this particular we will go to the first, let me activate it. So we will go to our group once in AC80 through I can show you. AC80, this is our function group, right? In function group, we have created many function module now. So there are so many function modules are created. Yes. So now even we have created subroutines also. So function group is not only collection of function modules, it is a collection of subroutines also. Correct? See, subroutines also. Just form and form subroutines. It will take it to this. So these subroutines are actually kept at a function module, but it is a separate. Yes, if you go to includes, we have top include for global declarations. Yes. So top include can be used for global declarations. Mm. Function group top include is used for global declaration. What is the meaning of that? Global declarations are valid. Okay. Global declarations are central declaration. Central, okay. Central declarations, okay. Declarations at a function group level. Function group level. So global declarations are valid for all the function modules of function group. Okay, function module of function. That's it. In addition, so if this group is having like some 10 or 12 function models, isn't it? So if you want to declare common declarations required for all the function modules, you can do it in top include so that any function model can accept, even for subroutines, everyone, because this is a global. But inside of the function module, whatever you declare it, that is local, that is protected, that is encapsulated. Okay, that is true. The scope is very limited, valid within that particular. Yes, but requirement specific, we can do that. We can implement it. Yes, because very simple. I want to go with the tables internal table, but first we will create one dummy internal table. First we will target it. We will work with that, and finally whatever the result value, final result value, map it to the that final internal this internal table. This approach we will do it, right? Then that's about your overall function module related. Even if you look at here, function module documentation, even function module, yes. If you go to here, go to menu function module documentation. Otherwise, so function module documentation. So we can maintain the functionality, purpose, examples, hints and all. Right? If you want to go to change editor, go to change editor. You can write a, we will get a line editor. This is nothing but it is a SAP script. Actually. As here you can write the documentation step by step. So this documentation, yes, is function module level documentation. So each function module level, we can maintain the documentation by using go to menu documentation or function module documentation button. You through that you can maintain this documentation, right? So documentation can be maintained at each function module level. Can be maintained at each function module level. Okay. Even go to menu, go to menu function module, go to menu function module. So yes, okay. Coming to the text elements concept. Text elements are already known to you. There is a text symbol, selection text, and as well as list headings. Because each function module level, this was not there earlier, recently introduced because this button is given recently. This button. A text elements, you can go to edit menu path through also we used to go global data master. Go to menu text elements or click on this text elements button. Text elements can be maintained for each function module level. So text elements consist of text symbol, you know that is, and as well as usual selection text and list and column heading. List and column headings. These are all right. So text symbol, yes, text symbols are used to maintain alternative long text. Okay, that is one thing. Second, text symbol supports, yes, text symbol supports for language independent programs. To maintain language independent programs. Okay, that is about your text elements concepts. Yes, we can go here. So there is a one type of hard-coded message statement is there. You want to overwrite it. Yes. So you can write this way. Message, some test message is there with the type I for information message. So this one you can copy it and close this. So this particular test message we can replace hard-coded message text hyphen 001. Double click on that, it will take you to the text elements. Yes. Here we will write test message. As usual, this demonstration is already done in initial level. So now continue, go back. Now you activate it. Come back, it is activated. Simple. So you will get, suppose if you go to this, something like 10 and 20, then execute, you will get some test message also because the message statement result also working, right? So if you go to SC80 view, here you got text elements also. This is your text elements. Text elements are also maintained in separate include. Text elements related one include should be there. Yes. Here we have to refresh. So F01 top include UXX. The UXX already I introduced. Yes. Okay. For each function module, system generates one include. Under this include through, this function modules are maintained, which is already discussed. Okay. Because you have to see how this function group is organized. Okay. Right. Go back to our, if you want to come back to our normal, you can just click on this full screen off. We will be back to our. So these are all just for our understanding sake, because I just used this program only. Which program? Like exception program only I used it, or we can create a separate test program for this also. Okay. So almost we have done with these things. Even source code can be debugged. We can perform the function module menu, execute. You can do the testing. You can go for debugger. Yes. So check yeah, execute in a yes inside. You can go to function module menu, main menu. You can get into the debugger. C37 function module menu. Execute. Execution can be done. Yes, debugger is there in the test environment. Here it is not given. So we will discuss because it is good to have each and every yes breakpoints. You can keep it here. Breakpoints through we can go for testing and all. We can do it. Yes. So the source code logic, source code logic can be debug also. We can debug the source code logic also. Okay. Yes. So that's about your overall. Then we have some examples and all we will see. Right, version management it will support. I'll come back. Breakpoints you can set as per our requirement. Yes, these are all we will discuss as a separate topic. Okay. Pad yes, you can check for yes. These are all too advanced. Yes, because here it is like create a web service. Hmm. Yes, this is too advanced because I don't want to give, but just one kind of information. Function module through we can create a web service using function module also. Yes, this is okay. Web service can be created using function module. That is the menu path is this. Utilities, more utilities, create web service from function module. Yes. So it will take you to this. So utilities, okay, utilities menu, function module either does not exist or is not a RFC enabled. So, so it must be RFC enabled. Like utilities, more utilities, then create web service. Create what is web service we'll discuss later, but function module is using this is using function module or function group. Okay, we can create a web service also automatically with this import export parameters. Yes. So, but function make sure that function module type must be remote enabled if you want to do that. RFC enabled or remote enabled, that is one thing. And with the same interface using change that import export interface through web service can be defined. Can be defined or can be created. That is one, just you keep it in mind. This is the menu path because these are all important. Fine. Go to yes, global data means stop include. Control take it to the top include. Go to menu through, you can go to master program, you can go to main master program. Go to menu local test classes. Generally, function group level, you can create a classes also. Local test classes. Yes. Test classes, if you want to go to, you can go to that place. So now text elements already you can navigate it. Go to menu messages. So message class message you can go there. Then further options. Okay, interface include object directory entry, which package, which instance it is stored, and all you can check. Right. Documentation. Translation through, you can translate the text symbols. So text symbols you can translate that. Whatever I covered, test message, one test subroutine, one test, something like hard coded statements or text statement. This we can all these type of demos we already covered in the SC38. Same thing we can incorporate in SC37 also, because yes, translation purpose we are calling a separate transaction code. Okay, separate T code through we can do that. Yes, here you can maintain as hard coded values can be replaced. Okay, you can convert into. Then next, so right, interface, pretty printer, pattern, clipboard, copy, paste, restore, find, replace, interface, global parameters. Usage of global parameters is obsolete. Okay, that is they covered into top include local parameters. Anyhow, we are using enhancement concept is there that I will cover as a separate topic under enhancement. Okay. Yes, I don't skip it. We will be back to this concept. How do you enhance the customer built-in function module? Also, even I will cover version management also. Will upcoming topics we will discuss. Examples are also example programs are also you can check it. Then go to so function module. We can go for we can switch between display and change. Yes, display mode non-editable. Change mode is editable. Correct. You have this navigation list and all, right? Coming to what next? You can, because I am going to cover the check. So performance, function module performance, you can check by certain tools. ATC, ABAP test cockpit, extended program check, code inspector and all. So these are all the tools to check. Yes. So performance tools used to check performance of function model, because today we are covering the overall missing pending things. So first one is extended program check, EPC we call it as. We will discuss separately extended check. At that time you will understand. Then code inspector, then after that ATC. Nowadays ABAP test cockpit. Okay, yes, these are all the tools mostly used to check the. Yes. So normal, see, when you go to control F2, you don't get this. Extended checks are for extensive check. Okay, then execute. We have to understand. Yes, you can go for runtime analysis also. The runtime analysis is to analysis, right? Then next, so with that we have completed almost all menus, all the options, whatever is there here. Yes, we have to go to attributes tab. Okay, attributes tab under the test environment. That is very, very important. So now, yes, in the test environment, you go to yes, inactive versions. First, activation is must for every. Yes, this is our entire group related objects. We have to activate it. Okay, this activated objects, multiple objects activated at a time. That is nothing but kind of mass activation. Yes. Next, if you look at the test environment, I want to talk function module test environment. So very, very important. So before before calling and using function module in any programs, we have to test thoroughly. Thoroughly means in depth, in detail, each option. We have to be more familiar. Function model can be built in or ours. You have to test it. So test environment, yes, is having when we go for yes, we have this test icon, test slash execute, or function module menu, execute unit test. Okay, now that so we will go to uh, because here it is menu path through. Yeah, we will test it in the test environment. Testing execute in the test environment. So note down function module menu arrow execute arrow in the test environment. Yes. Or else directly we have test or execute button. Okay. Button at application toolbar. These are all the ways you can do that. That is nothing but your F8 simply function key F8. These are all the alternatives. Right. Correct? Yes. Once you test it, what is that? So first of all, you have to see title as test function model colon initial script. Correct? Test function model. So yes, test environment. Observe it. Test environment or environment, either way you pronounce it. Provide okay. Provides first Initial screen. Initial screen act like a input screen. That is, we can yes, we can provide input values. Okay, we can provide all input values. Okay, We can provide all input values. So you can check the function group name, function module name. This case sensitive icon. What is the need of case sensitive icon? Also, I will tell you going forward. I'll introduce one because see, for example, a case suppose if I type small a here, which will automatically convert small a, it will give error. Generally, a will convert to uppercase automatically. So sometimes we want to test lowercase values. Okay, yes. Case case sensitive checkbox. Checkbox is useful to retain the lowercase input values. Okay, to retain the lowercase input values in lowercase. That's what. That is, so in general, what happens? Okay, so system converts all characters, all input data characters into uppercase by default. Upper means capital case by default. But now we want to retain the lowercase values in lowercase, then checkbox to be activated. Yes, yes, we can activate it. We can activate checkbox while testing. Only testing purpose only it will be used. No, okay, right. This is case is applicable for characters, not for numerics and all. Then next, we have three options. Execute to display the result screen. Correct? Execute to display the result screen. So now, execute button displays the result screen. Okay, next, the result screen act like a output screen. So this is input screen, result screen. Okay, act like output screen, output of the function, right? And also it will displays what is that function group, function module, and all. Okay, the time, yes, the time in microseconds, time taken to execute to this function module also, yes, it will display, right? It also displays the time, okay, execution time in microseconds, right? Then after it will display the any exception messages and all. Okay, if result can be, if result is success result. If any exceptions also, it will display the exception. Yes. Okay, you can, this is your overall result screen. So simply input screen and output screen. Right. Okay. That is one step. Yes, if not execute button, we have, there is a debug button. Debug button is used to debug the function module source code logic. Function module source code logic, we can debug it. Okay, using that. Okay, we'll move on to the next session. Wait.